Today we're diving deep into the life of one of the most sinister and cunning villains in all of Star Wars lore, Emperor Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious. From a seemingly humble senator to the Dark Lord who manipulated the entire galaxy, Palpatine's story is one of deception, ambition, and unimaginable power. Let's explore how he rose to power, orchestrated galactic chaos, and ultimately returned to threaten the galaxy once again. Senator Palpatine of Naboo appeared to be a noble and trustworthy public servant. But beneath his calm, diplomatic exterior lay Darth Sidious, a Sith Lord bent on seizing control of the galaxy. His plan began by orchestrating the invasion of his home planet, Naboo. Using this manufactured crisis, he positioned himself as a sympathetic figure and was voted Supreme Chancellor in a special election. Despite the invasion's failure and the apparent loss of his apprentice, Darth Maul, Palpatine's plans were far from thwarted. The rise of the separatist movement marked the next phase of his grand scheme. While appearing to combat this new threat, Sidious was, in fact, secretly manipulating the secessionists behind the scenes. He played both sides effortlessly, while gradually seizing emergency powers as Supreme Chancellor, under the pretext of defending the Republic from civil war. With his new apprentice, Count Dooku, Sidious unleashed the Clone Wars, pitting the Republic's clone army against the droid forces of the Separatists. The Jedi were caught in the middle of this galactic conflict, unknowingly playing into Sidious's hands. All the while, Palpatine was mentoring the gifted Jedi, Anakin Skywalker, planting seeds of ambition and darkness in his young mind. But Sidious faced an unexpected challenge with the return of Darth Maul, who had survived his apparent death. Maul's growing influence and his new ally, Savage Opress, forced Sidious to intervene personally. In a brutal encounter, Sidious killed Opress and captured Maul, reminding his former apprentice who truly held power in the galaxy. Despite Maul's persistent attempts to undermine his former master, including an alliance with Ahsoka Tano on Mandalore, Sidious continued his rise. His ultimate victory came with the execution of Order 66, a secret command that triggered the annihilation of the Jedi Order. Palpatine, now Emperor, had the galaxy firmly under his control. But his ambitions didn't stop there. Under his reign, Palpatine manipulated the Imperial Senate and the galaxy's citizens, eliminating the clone troopers he no longer trusted and ushering in the era of the Stormtrooper. His web of deceit included framing Vice Admiral Rampart for the destruction of Tipoca City, further consolidating his power through the Defense Recruitment Bill. Sidious' dark aspirations also extended beyond the physical realm. After gaining control of the Lothal Jedi Temple, he sought access to a mystical dimension known as the World Between Worlds, a place where time and space could be manipulated. Though his attempts to access the portal failed due to Ezra Bridger's interference, Palpatine's obsession with ultimate power continued. Despite his dominance, the formation of the Rebel Alliance marked the first significant challenge to his empire. The destruction of the Death Star was a major setback, but it also drew Palpatine's attention to Luke Skywalker. Recognizing Luke's potential, Palpatine sought to either destroy or corrupt him. When Luke turned himself over to the Emperor, Palpatine attempted to seduce him to the dark side, goading him into striking down Darth Vader and taking his place as the new Sith apprentice. However, Luke resisted the temptation, throwing away his lightsaber in a final act of defiance. Enraged, Palpatine unleashed a torrent of Force lightning upon Luke, intending to kill him. But in a shocking twist, Darth Vader, moved by the sight of his son in peril, turned against his master. Vader sacrificed himself, throwing Palpatine into the Death Star's reactor, seemingly ending his reign of terror. But that wasn't the end of Darth Sidious. Unbeknownst to the galaxy, Palpatine had secretly cheated death. His spirit endured, and he was resurrected on the hidden Sith world of Exegol. There, he worked behind the scenes, undermining the New Republic and guiding the First Order to power. Using the puppet figure of Snoke, Palpatine orchestrated the fall of Ben Solo and the eventual rise of Kylo Ren, ensuring the Sith legacy lived on. When Kylo Ren arrived on Exegol, Palpatine revealed himself and promised the Sith armada to the conflicted Skywalker heir. But in truth, Palpatine's real target was his own granddaughter, Rey. He sought to have her strike him down, which would allow his essence to pass into her, making her the new vessel for the Sith. Rey resisted his dark pull, but Palpatine saw a new opportunity, the Force dyad between her and Ben Solo. By draining their combined life force, Sidious restored his physical body to full power, preparing to rule the galaxy once again. However, Sidious underestimated the strength of the Jedi legacy. Rey, with the support of the spirits of the Jedi who came before her, turned Palpatine's own power against him, destroying him once and for all. This final defeat brought an end to the Sith Lord's centuries-long ambition for galactic domination. From a humble senator of Naboo to the ultimate Dark Lord, Darth Sidious manipulated the galaxy, orchestrating wars, betraying allies, and corrupting the brightest hopes of the Jedi. His cunning, patience, and mastery of the dark side made him one of the most dangerous figures in Star Wars history. But in the end, even he could not escape the power of the light. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Dark Lord story, be sure to like and subscribe for more Star Wars insights.